5 reasons to start making your creative content now. Now I know summer just feels like it's just gone, but really late September, October are the ideal times to start making your Christmas content. And this is because we know that the festive period is going to be on us before we know it, but also people start to use their content a lot earlier each year. So these tips we want to give you should help you get motivated to get your content going, because I think this year the high street has reverted to being more online based, which is going to mean you're going to need to make more digital content and be more omnipresent across different media spaces and platforms. So first, find the right studio or artist to work with, and don't get stuck just using who's available at that time. Now we see this as becoming a massive problem over the years, where clients have had briefs, they've sat on them for a while, they've not really done the research of who to work with up front, and they often come to a studio with a short deadline and the project just can't be delivered. So this ends up with something that the client isn't happy with, the audience don't engage with, and it just doesn't really tick the boxes. So by starting your projects earlier, getting involved with the right team at the right point, and getting them involved as soon as you can is a very, very smart move to make, and can also help to save time and save money. Now once you've found that team or studio, then you need to get booked in with them. Don't just assume that they'll be available to work with, because often this time of year there are multiple clients competing against the studio's time, and it will be, most studios have to operate a first come first serve system. So make sure once you've selected your studio, and even if you haven't got a brief, start to engage with your studio and book their time as soon as you can, because this will help to reduce the stress levels of getting the project out by the end of the year, and also will make sure you're guaranteed to work with those niche experts to deliver that killer project for you. Now try and agree a fixed scope of work in advance with your chosen supplier. This is so important for most clients because there are so many options to make content these days. And the aim of this is to either have your scope outlined prior to selecting your studio, or you can ask the studio if they offer creative consultancy services, which many of them will do, and they'd be more than happy to come on board at the ideation stage and work with you with a predefined production budget, where they can help to give you impartial advice on how best to create your project based on the time that you have and the budget that you've got allocated for. Because there's nothing worse than entering into a project with a studio with an unrealistic budget, an unrealistic timeline, and it just again causes a lot of stress, and you generally don't quite get what you want at the end of the project. And you know, we want to be ending the year with a fantastic project rather than something that's caused a lot of stress and anxiety and it's just got out the door in time, and it may not reach the target audience and produce the desired results. Then next, you need to try to maximize the return on your investment. And you do this by looking at how many platforms you can get your content on, especially as we understand that the online marketplace is probably going to take a lot more focus than the high street shops, especially this year. So by making your content, discuss with your content creators and your team, you know, have they got any knowledge or advice or any experience in these areas that they can pass on to you, and you might miss opportunities that they might see. So it's really, really good to think about, if you're making digital assets, what other platforms can you get those digital assets onto? Not necessarily the paid broadcast or print based deployments. You might be looking at more social platforms where you can do small adaptations of the work that you're doing, and that will give you more reach and more visibility to your audience, and ultimately make your client happy. So who Imagine Art, and what do we do? We were the original creative collective, and we've earned the reputation of the people that make the impossible real and being a safe pair of hands. So we offer an end-to-end creative content solution, and that goes from specialist creative consultancy, where we can come in and talk to you about your project right at the inception, right the way through to final premium broadcast quality content, and pretty much everything in between. And we cover everything from illustration, animation, and immersive experiences. So our team are built up of some of the best illustrators, animators, artists, Imagineers, programmers, technical people, audio designers from around the world. And we all come together to make some amazing project work. And we've worked with some of the biggest global brands in the world, delivering some really high quality premium products, literally thousands and thousands of projects during the time we've been formed. So if you do have a project that you'd like to commission, or you've got a brief you're stuck on, then why don't you book in a call with us? We'd love to see your brief, and we'd love to be able to help you. Even if that is helping you get your idea forward, ready in production, or you have an idea ready to go into production, we have a team of artists and specialists that are able to help you right now. So book a call in with us, or just reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to work with you on your project this year.